change any of my kids. I wouldn't change my daughter that died. I wouldn't change Liam that's here. I wouldn't change what's happening now.
No.
Will you have any testing done?
We were going to.
We were going to, but there's a risk of miscarriage with some of the with all the tests, and you know, we don't really want to get in that track if we can help it. So we're just going to basically play it as it comes.
This baby, if everything goes well in the next few weeks, will be born regardless?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, what would we do with the information? Not much.
Donna and Steve are teetering. They're consulting Richard Fisher at Fertility Associates on whether it's worth one more go at PGD.
We know that you're not going to make 10 eggs. Now the question, are you going to make 1 or are you going to make 5? And that's going to vary from cycle to cycle. They've got any of the other things that say to us, we know that you're going to be a problem. But when you've tried stimulation twice and hasn't worked well, then we know it's going to be difficult no matter what we do, and you're always going to have a limited number of eggs.
In the process, like obviously we've been through this process from the beginning of the year, now where we're at sort of halfway through the year. Yeah. Is there a good time or bad time on this, Richard? Like, yes or no?
When you were emotionally strong enough to do it again. That's what it's about, is you've got to feel robust enough that says it doesn't matter what comes to me, whether I don't respond well initially, you know, whether things go wrong, I can cope with this.
Under the rules on PGD, Steve and Donna can receive funding for one last try.
So you're up for another cycle?
Yeah. It's like going to the dentist, something you don't want to have to do, but you kind of know you have to do it. It's just a process. From an emotional perspective, if this doesn't work, we still have the opportunity of trying naturally. We've still got something else.
What do you reckon, Steve?
Yep. As I say, we've listened to Richard's stats and yeah, we still have one more chance, so let's take that chance and let's do it.
Only has to work once.
But eventually, Steve and Donna decide, based to some extent on emotional exhaustion, they'll try to get pregnant normally. They'll take their chances, but they know they may be faced with some tough decisions about any resulting pregnancy. Steve is happy to leave the ultimate choice to Donna.
It's not my body clock. That's probably the big thing here is it's time, and we're not getting younger, so you know we've tried one option. We'll now try back to a natural option.
Eventually, like Sean and Monique, Donna and Steve find they too are expecting a baby, conceived in the conventional way. It ought to be a time of rejoicing, but Donna's feeling flat.
Steve's excited, and somebody asked me whether I was excited, and I'm not. I'm just pregnant. I feel as crook as a dog. And I'm tired, but I'm not excited yet.
Donna's apprehension arises from a new discovery. If they test her and the fetus is shown to be afflicted with CF and she wants to terminate the pregnancy, she'll need to actually go through labour and delivery.
And that's just something I don't want to go through, but we don't really have a choice. And of course people are going to say, of course there's a choice, you can carry on with the pregnancy. But that's actually not a choice. To raise another child with CF, I remember Steve saying once, you know, I was the strong one, but I don't think I could do it again.
Just a few weeks later, we're driving to Ngarawahia to hear some news from Donna. We can barely get out of the car before Chase assails us with the latest.
Guess what? I'm having a baby brother!
Yeah, what?
I'm having a baby brother.
You're having a baby brother?
Yeah.
Amazing. Is he right, Mum?
Yes, he's right. We're having a baby boy, aren't we, mister?
Yep.
So what's the news?
We're having a baby boy. Well, instead of having a 40th birthday party, I'll be having a baby. So we found out yesterday that all is well, and it's a CF carrier, and that's okay.
What does that mean?
It means it's just like me or Steve. It has one gene, one CF gene, and but it's going to be healthy. So Tracy's going to have a little brother, aren't you, mate? Yep. Not a little sister. Little brother for you to hang out with, eh? You can play with all your toys.
For now, this is great news. But there have been enough disappointments to keep the levels of apprehension high for two families hoping for healthy babies. The crisp autumn mornings are bringing a chill to the Ngaruawahia landscape. Donna is almost due.
Oh, I can't believe that we're going to have something in the house that is this small again. I have no idea what it's like to look after a child that doesn't need extra help. This will either be a breeze or it'll be the opposite. I'm figuring it'll be a breeze though. Chase has taught both Steve and I a lot about tolerance, about living in the moment, about acceptance, and we wouldn't change him for all the tea in China. I mean, if somebody said to me, would you rather Chase didn't have CF? Yes, I'd rather he didn't have CF, but he has. And that has some real negatives, but it also has some real positive things. We've met people that we would never have met. We've had experiences that we would never have experienced. And in a way, it's kind of sad that we had to have a child with an illness that, yes, will probably kill him earlier than perhaps otherwise he would. But to go through life and have that make us realise just how important what we've got actually is. And Joshua coming along is kind of like it's the icing on the cake.
Down the road, the wait for Monique and Sean O'Neill is over. Their baby boy arrived in the early hours of the morning, and Monique is home already.
Dark hair though, eh?
I know.
Amazing.
A little bit, he's got curly hair.
They now face a wait of 2 weeks to confirm whether baby Lenny is affected by CF or not.
Is this it? Is this not it?
Well,
I don't know. It was it last night.
it was definitely it last night.
That was it when I was contracting. No more.
Yeah, well, you know,
The way that it will be, if it is to be, would be through PGD, which is what we originally started off with.
So, even with all of the drama and all of the uncertainty that there was with PGD, now that you've got this wee one, you wouldn't attempt another birth if it wasn't PGD?
No.
Probably not. No.
And that view won't be shaped or determined by the kind of news you get on this wee one from the heel prick test? Like if you found out that this little guy's completely okay, that wouldn't change your mind? No.
No, the odds aren't good. You know, there's not good odds. So I would rather go down that path and, well, it's pretty hard really. I mean, I don't really know what to sort of think sometimes, but at this stage that's what our view would be.
About the time Donna was due to go into labour, Chase got really unwell. The frail 6-year-old lost 2 precious kilos of weight, an ever-present threat at wintertime as CF sufferers are hit hard. Instead of a trip to the maternity ward, Donna packed her bags for a 2-week stay in another part of the hospital.
And we figure that should anything untoward happen and we go into labour, I'll just go down the lift. I'll just pop downstairs.
Is that the first tooth you've lost? Yeah.
Dad.
No, Chase. No.
You did really well this morning.
A few more minutes.
Chase's paediatrician came in today and let us know that he would organise for baby Josh's cord blood to be taken when he's born and to be sent down to Christchurch for DNA testing.
What's this?
Which we hadn't even considered. So David's organised for the blood, it will go to Christchurch. So we will know within days for certain that this baby doesn't have CF. You're an earwig.
Have you been talking to the baby? Do you talk to Joshua? What sorts of things do you say?
No, you don't.
Joshua! Oh, do you have to shout down through Mum's mouth to get to him? Okay. Does he say anything back?
Yeah, what's this?
Kicks you, eh?
Ow! Why did you do that, Joshua?
Oh no.
Let me see.
Three weeks later, Joshua arrives.
Does that thing have to stay in?
Yeah, and then that will fall off, and then he'll have a belly button just like you.
When it's covered in?
Yep. You're a real boy, aren't you?
Today, Steve and Donna are due to get the news, finally, about whether Joshua has cystic fibrosis or whether he's just a carrier of the gene.
Thank you. Awesome. Cheers. Bye. Yes. You're all right?
Josh is a carrier of CF.
What's a carrier?
A carrier's like mum and dad. He won't have to have a Mickey button.
Well, you need to be with me.
Yeah, he'll always be with you. Because you're brothers and you get to hang out together.
Oh, man. Wow.
Sean and Monique too have the news back on Lenny.
Well, we got a phone call from the paediatrician, and my heart was nearly jumping out of my chest. I actually couldn't breathe. It was quite funny. Monique wasn't in the room, but he was brilliant. The first thing he said was, "It's all good, just give me a call. I was supposed to give you a call yesterday, but I lost your phone number or did the wrong number." So at that stage, it was just like a massive weight off my shoulders, and I went and told Monique, and it was probably one of the happiest days of my lives, I guess say.
And so ends a 3-year journey for two families. Each now has one child with a major health issue, one that'll continue to fill many hours and days with anguish. But each now also has a healthy baby. The road ahead has become much brighter for all of them.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.